repeat that for me, because you just told us before we started rolling that you should have played golf because it's a lot easier and they get paid more.
It's not as brutal, and they definitely get paid more.
Did you play golf anyways, or is it?
No, I can't.
Okay, then forget that. Then.
Yeah, no.
You're fighting
I
now,
had the plastic when I was a kid, the plastic ones, and you hit the grass with it, but that's about it.
And you just started beating the clubs up?
Yeah, exactly, right. I had the pink one, and it broke in half, and my sister was pissed.
Well, take us through that fight. I mean, leading up until the point where you got him on the canvas and got the mount and got the choke and everything. How was that fight going for you? Was it kind of what you envisioned it to be?
It's exactly as we I can't talk. I just got into a fist fight. It was exactly what we expected. I wasn't scoring a lot of takedowns in the first round. We knew he was going to be tough on the takedown defense in the first round. So as soon as I got him down at the end of the first, we walked back to the corner. I knew I could see a little wobble in his step. I could kind of see him thinking like, man, am I going to be able to keep this up? And I knew the second round is going to be our round, and then if it goes to the third, we're going to get him in the third.
You were patient enough once it got to the mat. Was that in the game plan too?
Yeah. So something in my last fight, I'm known as a ground and pound fighter. I'm known for throwing a lot of strikes. I average about 105 strikes per round, and so my last fight, I really, really wanted to show that. I wanted to hit somebody so bad. I wanted to just ground and pound so bad that I wasn't worrying about control at all. So moving right into this next fight, the whole focus was once we get the takedown, establish position, and then ground and pound. He was doing a really good job of holding my wrist, so I couldn't get any ground and pound off, so I was pulling his head up, and that allowed me to sink into the choke.
Last fight was a decision win, right?
It was, yes, decision, unanimous
decision.
That was my first decision ever as an amateur, as a pro. First decision ever, and I was like, wow, 15 minutes? That sucks.
Something like that pissed you off, and then
yes.
Did it relight a fire?
It did. It did. I wanted to make a statement with him. I keep saying this, but it is a fact. If you add his amateur record, if you add the fights he had in the house, and then his pro record, he's 18-0, undefeated in 18 fights. Nobody's even come close to beating him. So, not just getting the win, but finishing him, I think that really put a stamp on my name.
Now that we know you had the layoff that I'm sure you didn't enjoy. Two quick ones though here in the past couple months. What are you thinking about in terms of getting back in there? What you want to do next? That kind of stuff.
We want a quick turnaround. Go for August. That's what we're kind of shooting for. I want to get home. My toe is jacked up and my eye is jacked up, so I want to get those two fixed. And as soon as I can get back to training, we'll hit Sean Shelby up and see what we can get.
And you don't care who it is?
I mean, there's a bunch of names. Shane Young, that fight still intrigues me. He's super exciting. I'm super exciting. I think that's bonus money written all over it. I'm down for that fight, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I just want to get my eye and my toe fixed right now.
Speaking of bonus money, I mean, it's kind of the talk right now. We don't want to jinx anyone, but we've had 5 straight finishes tonight. That's the first time that's happened since, I think, the Tough 26 finale. What do you think? You got a good shot tonight?
Man, I mean, I just said bonus money, but you can't ever go into a fight, thinking bonus money, bonus money. That's not what this is about. If you're thinking bonus money, you're not thinking I want to win. We got the win. I got my check. If we get bonus money, that's great, but if not, it's not a big deal.
How bad is the toe?
It's just my toenail flipped up over. Yeah, so it's bent in half.
Yeah.
And you guys can't see it on the camera, but
in on it on my iPhone. I threw up. So
it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. But
it was another beautiful performance from you tonight. What do you attribute such a deep skill set at such a young age?
My team, man. My team, my coaches. I truly believe that we have one of the best MMA coaches in the game. James Krause, he's not a world-class striker. He's not a world-class wrestler. He's not a world-class jiu-jitsu guy, but he does all of it, and he's such a good coach. Can't talk today. Such a good coach at blending everything together. I think that's something where the sport is going, is we're not just doing boxing and kickboxing and wrestling anymore. It's blending it. Kamaru Usman talks about being the best at blending it. If you can blend everything together, you don't have to be the best striker or the best wrestler, because you can take the fight where you want to take it.
So James Krause is your coach. Zach Cummings is your teammate, then?
Correct.
I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked him. What does it feel like to give someone their first loss?
Man, it feels great. Winning is always great, but I always thought there was a hashtag next to everybody that I've beat. People coming off of losses, or people that just didn't go on to be as good as everybody thought they were going to be. He's 9-0. everybody knows he's going to be good, and he's only going to get better after this, so it feels great to be his very first loss. And I truly think that someday down the line, he's going to say, I fought Grant before anybody knew who he was.
When you talk about the sport becoming more of true mixed martial arts and not single discipline, being a younger guy, was there anyone like that you looked up to when you were coming up?
RDA. Yep. My all-time favorite fight is Rafael dos Anjos versus Anthony Pettis. I believe that is a fight where everything was mixed together beautifully between wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and striking. It was just gorgeous. He's pressuring like I'm always trying to pressure. I actually got to meet him yesterday for the first time. It was such a fangirl moment. Got a picture. I loved it. I'm rooting for him tonight. I think he's going to do great against Lee. I can't wait to see him fight.